Ion had lived his whole life in the city, surrounded by noise, traffic, tall buildings, and a loneliness he never admitted out loud. People assumed he had everything: success, money, comfort. But the truth was, his heart felt empty, like something important had always been missing. When his father asked him to go to the village for a few weeks to check on their land, he agreed only because he wanted a break from everything. He never imagined that the village would give him something the city never could. The first evening, the sky was turning golden when Ion walked along the narrow dirt path toward the fields. The scent of wet soil filled the air. Birds circled above. Everything was slow, calm, and strangely peaceful. He took a deep breath, letting the quiet wrap around him. Then he saw her. A girl stood by the old well, filling a pot with water. Her dupatta danced softly in the breeze, brushing her face. Sunlight touched her like it had been waiting just for her. She lifted the pot slightly, a little strand of hair falling across her cheek. Ion stopped mid-step. The world grew quiet. The girl looked up, and their eyes met. Her gaze was shy, gentle, almost glowing. She held his eyes for a moment before quickly looking down, her cheeks turning the faintest shade of pink. Ion felt something move inside him. Something he hadn't felt in years. That night, as he lay on a simple wooden bed in the guest room, he could not stop thinking about her face, her eyes, the softness of her smile. He didn't know her name, but he knew she had touched a part of him he thought didn't exist anymore. The next morning, he went out again, without any clear reason except hoping to see her. And fate was kind. She was there again, this time near the fields, picking flowers from a small garden. Her bangles jingled softly as she moved. Ion took a slow breath and walked toward her. "Hi," he said gently. She paused, startled, and then gave him a small smile. "You're the city boy everyone is talking about, right?" Ion laughed. "I guess I am." She bent down to pick another flower. In the village, news travels faster than the wind. Ion found himself smiling without even trying. "And what's your name?" For a moment she hesitated, her fingers playing with a rose petal. Then she said softly, "Zara." The name fit her perfectly, soft, beautiful, delicate. From that moment, everything began. Ion found himself walking the same paths every day, hoping to run into her. And often, she was there, sometimes feeding birds, sometimes carrying water to her home, sometimes sitting under the big old tree, fixing fresh flowers into her hair. Slowly, their conversations grew longer. Zara would tell him stories of her childhood, the traditions of the village, the things she loved. Ion talked about the city, about its lights and sounds, and how none of them ever brought him peace the way a few minutes with her did. One evening, the sky glowed orange as the sun dipped low. Zara stood near the riverbank, the water reflected